What's like the coolest thing you've done from being on YouTube?
I can't think of a moment that's popping in my head right now is
Banging Corinna was cool.
I guess.
The refugees and all the fine I got. Oh, man. Today's podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Get $20 off your first order when you use my code NASH. Guys, what's up? Welcome back to the All Good Things podcast. Todd and Brett are here. Guys, thanks for being here.
I'm pumped to be here. Thanks for having me.
Very exciting.
I'm pumped to be here too. Thanks for having us.
I pretty much can't do a podcast without Todd. I get too much anxiety, so I'm glad you came.
Yeah, we do a lot of podcasts together, don't we?
That's true.
No, we don't. It's been a while.
We're kind of what you would call a hot commodity.
Yeah. You ever heard about that?
You guys are a funny pair together.
Yeah, we
a dangerous pair.
My girlfriend just told me we were a funny pair together the other night at dinner.
If I had a girlfriend, she said I couldn't hang out with you.
As your girlfriend told you to not hang out with Brett?
Not like directly.
Okay.
Indirectly.
Okay.
You know, like when you go on Twitter and you indirect someone, you're like, you're a piece of shit. Moron, scumbag.
She tweeted at him, stop hanging out with Brett.
Yeah, exactly.
What have you guys gotten up to? Brett, I know you're in The Circle on Netflix. This is a new show. All the episodes are out. Can I say what happens?
Spill the beans.
You got kicked off the first episode.
I did.
Right?
Yep.
But then you do come back.
I do.
What's it like to do a reality show?
Oh, man.
Because I've done them and I think they're the worst. It seems really hard, especially this one. Tell everybody what this one's like. What do you do on it?
That's like, it's a tough question, and I'll kind of get to the reason is like, I loved my experience on Big Brother. Because I've done 2 shows. Yes. I did that 5 years ago when I was 20. Keep in mind, I started this journey when I was 25. I'm 30 now.
So yeah, he didn't love his experience with his big brother when he was a kid. If you know what I mean.
That's not true. I love my big brother.
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
There was some molestation.
I should laugh about that. I'm sorry.
I just wanted a shoulder rub. Yeah. What do you think about my shoulders?
So I couldn't look at on his Go ahead.
I absolutely
just got demonetized.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time. I loved my experience on Big Brother. It was really, really, really difficult though. Like it was hard, but it was kind of, the way they always explained it was the best worst time that I ever had. Yeah. Where like it was kind of like when you finish the gym, you're like, that sucked, but like you're so proud of yourself after. And, like,
no phones for a couple months.
100 days.
100 days.
Really 107 because you're there a week before. So 107 days, zero contact with your family, zero contact with the outside world. Like even like production, you don't see them. It's a voice. Like you just hear them over a speaker.
So creepy.
It's really creepy.
Yeah.
So like you don't see, and it's kind of funny running around LA now. I'll have someone be like, Brett, I worked on the production set with you. I'm like, who the f*** are you?
Right.
Because I never saw their face. It was like a double-sided mirror. One way. I don't know. I couldn't see them. They could see me.
One way.
Yeah. Okay. So a one-way mirror.
It was like a hallway.
So many mirrors.
We can throw a hot dog down it.
It was like Todd's bedroom. A bunch of mirrors around.
How'd you know? You saw those mirrors? Patrick Bateman. Yeah. Inspired.
But it's hard for me to understand it. Like I don't know if like ignorance was bliss and it was just like my first experience. But like I felt accomplished after that one. I didn't have that joy after doing The Circle. Like I actually like hated the entire experience.
And on that one, you're in a hotel. Or you're in an apartment by yourself the entire time. You don't interact, and the only thing is you're texting and creating an online profile to win $100,000.
This one, I had kind of a unique experience where you are supposed to be alone, but because I was kicked off and I was fortunate enough to be brought back, I shared a room with someone. Yeah. They call that a Gemini. So we had to share a character on the show, communicating through the platform. So it wasn't like we'd get in fights about like what our choice should be, and we had to agree. Like production was, because it was a second gift. Like we were gifted another opportunity to play the game.
Okay.
So they brought us back, and it's funny because it messes with the other players because they don't know that you know all this previous knowledge.
Yes.
They just think it's a new player that has no clue about anything. So we had a lot of we kind of had a little bit of an advantage, but then a disadvantage working together.
And what do you get paid for something like a reality show?
You don't get anything unless you win. I mean, like you
get like a day rate.
You get like a day rate, but like. For 2 months of work, I made before taxes almost $3,000. Ooh. Yeah, like it's not covering your costs while you're gone. I mean, they just do that because like legally they like actually it's not true. The Bachelor, they don't pay you at all.
Did either of you ever get approached by The Bachelor?
No.
Okay, so
no.
No.
Todd, you'd be a great Bachelor.
You think so? Yeah. I would never do The Bachelor. I think it's just too much energy. Like even like the first episode, meeting 30 girls. Like, oh, you're beautiful.
Like Friday night.
He's like, she knows what I'm talking about.
Contestant number 27. How you doing? Been a while.
We're talking about doing the Bachelorette with Jess.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, on my channel.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Can I be like a guest co-host?
Yeah. Who would be better, Susie or Jess?
I can't choose right now.
Do them
both like the one they're both great. You know,
Susie would be like off the chain.
Yeah,
Jess would be like more
she's obsessed. He's obsessed with me.
Yeah.
He wants to fuck me. You want to fuck me, don't you? You want me to suck your dick? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna break your dick off.
And now Susie's getting hot.
Susie's already hot.
I know.
Yeah.
So now that
My other friend
ego's
Brett,
gonna be like,
yeah,
I saw her yesterday.
Was she looking good?
Yeah, she looks great.
She's got the tits?
She's wasting away.
I'm kidding.
Okay, so would you do another reality show? Are we gonna get back to that?
That's a good question. I mean, for me, like I never. So
you were poached by Fuckboy Island ever?
Yes,
you were.
Oh yeah,
that's Nikki Glazer's show. F-Boy Island
sounds like a porn star. But I don't know what that is.
Nikki Glazer does sound like a porn star. Yeah, it does sound like a porn star.
She's super funny.
She's great. And F-Boy Island is a great show. I actually watched it with my kids.
No, I think it's really good. Yeah, I actually think it's like hilarious. I would like to be on that show. I think I would thrive.
When Nikki Glazer was on the podcast, I was like doing research, and then Charlie and I watched like 6 episodes. She's like, "This is great." I was like, yeah.
Charlie was? It's so funny.
Well, so the funny thing about so this is actually going to go back to your other question. I originally applied for the Bachelorette back in 2016.
Yeah.
Made it really far.
You did.
I made top 30, top 25 that they fly you out and you like start filming in your hotel room.
Yeah.
And they hadn't picked the girl. They were down to like 3 girls. And when they picked the final girl, her non-negotiable at the time was that you had to be 26 and up, and I was 25.
Oof.
And they loved me. Production was like, or casting was like, "We love you. Please come back." And then that was January of 2018. And then 2 months later, I got blown up by every show under the sun.
Yeah.
I'd never been hit up by a show before. I'm assuming Casting World's small, and that's when I got on Big Brother 3 months later.
I see.
Because they reached out to me. So every other show that I've done since or reached out to, they reached out to me. They like found me through social media or the Casting World or anything. But I don't think I've ever actually told anyone that on a podcast or any public platform that I like almost was on The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Was trying to be on it. Applied one time. And then every other show I have been, they like recruit. They call you recruit.
Like, what's your game when you're on a show like that? Like, you have to kind of have some kind of strategy.
You ever look up game theory
for a game show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, like you watch the seasons and you strategize what you would do. And like Big Brother, I had never heard of it when they reached out to me and they're like, "Hey, we got this awesome show, and this is what it's like. What would you do?" And I was just like, "This is what I would do." And they're like, "Holy shit. That's what you do? We like, you got to talk to this next person." I was like, honestly, like, fuck off. Like, I'm okay. Like, I was like in a really good place with my job, and it was just a really unique time where I like ended up getting in like, I ended up switching. I got a new manager, and I hated my new manager, and I was on the verge of quitting, and I was like applying to other jobs, and it just perfectly worked out that I had another job lined up, and I was just going to take the time in between, and they just kept being like, "You got to talk to this person. You got to talk to this person." And I just kept being like, "All right." And I told them what I would do, and they're like, "You're perfect.
Yeah,
you're perfect. Just do that.
Wow,
whatever that is, just keep doing that." And then they offered it to me, and I was like, "Fuck it, chance to win because Big Brother's $500,000."
Yeah,
like, and now it's.
And did you win it?
I didn't. I made tops. It's 100 days. I made it 87 out of 100 days.
Have you ever seen Todd's appearance on his reality show?
Just his highlights he promotes on TikTok.
It's really one of the best things I've ever seen.
What was that, Sweet Home Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
It's so great because he forms a bond with this guy Emilio, who he's still friends with, and they're both like good-looking guys, you know, and kind of manly, masculine guys.
Yeah.
And then Emilio gets kicked off.
Oh no!
By the girl. The girl brings Emilio aside, and he's like, she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. You know, I'm not into you." And then Todd like, Emilio comes back and he says, "I got kicked off," and Todd starts crying.
You're not even crying for the girl. You're crying for Emilio. If he's going, I'm going.
And Emilio is a great guy. I've met him.
Oh my God.
He is a great guy. Yeah. He's awesome.
Were you hammered?
No,
You're just
no, I loved him so much.
No,
Like,
but, okay,
like,
so I can
dude,
attest to this. It is, I don't know what they put in the air.
Yeah, it was
you get so emotional on
No,
these shows.
yeah.
They make it feel like it's
You
life or
really
death.
do.
They really make it feel like when someone's getting kicked off, like he's being sent to hell.
Well,
he's being persecuted.
like I've never laughed so hard from like one individual. Like he f***ing cracked me up.
Yeah.
It was, I was just dying.
I'm worth nothing to you. Okay. Yeah.
Until I met David Drummond, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Todd, you have a new project that you're working on. You have music coming out soon, right?
Yeah.
You have new songs coming out.
Yeah, I have like 4 songs I'm working on. 2 are ready to go. And I'm
Yeah.
just like trying to get the cover art and music video concepts
And
dialed in.
how hard is it to make songs?
It's honestly the hardest part about making the songs is just finalizing the end product and getting it out.
Yeah.
You know, like going in the studio. Usually we pretty much like finish like writing and like developing like what the song's going to be in that one session. Then I'll come back and like recut the vocals and it'll be done. But like the people I work with, they're booked, busy, they're talented, and it's just like difficult to get the time in to get the song back and then get it released. Like I was working on Weekend Parent. You've heard it before? Yeah. That's 2 years old.
Yeah.
And then I have a song with Bruce. He's been busy with his own stuff. He's and Scott and his own projects, obviously. But I have a song with him. It's probably like a year old.
Takes a while.
Yeah, it takes a while.
I love all your songs. I love all your music. I think
Thanks,
it's really
Jay.
good. Like Past Life is so good. I thought today we would test your friendship with Brett and play.
Okay.
Because I went through your catalog this morning.
I've put the catalog,
some
right?
really good songs.
Yeah, thanks.
I thought we would test your friendship with Brett today and
Okay.
play a snippet of the song.
Yeah.
And see if Brett can name.
Oh shit!
Because I know all the titles.
He does,
And I know you hang out with Brett a lot more than you hang out with me.
How many of them are country?
I mean, they're country if you want to be country.
Okay, so we're gonna test Brett's friendship with Todd. How good of a friend is Brett? And we're gonna listen to some of these songs right now. We're gonna.
Oh.
Okay, that's good.
Natalina.
No, fuck. I know it.
Is that your
I
most
also looked
recent
it up
one?
this morning.
I've
Do you need
listened
more
to
of
it.
the song?
It's a couple years old.
That one's a good one.
Thanks.
Underrated.
I'll also say that
Thanks, dude.
regardless of Todd, I
Watch him
remix.
spin it.
I
He's really good. He's
I
super
remix-
charming. Let me just say, Todd is a fucking awesome dude. I may not know
I don't like
his
to like
music.
label things. Like I listen to the song without the label, so I don't always know the name of it, but I know the
Sure.
tune in my heart.
It's just the way it makes me feel. I know that feeling.
That's Perfect Morning. Yeah.
I can tell by my morning blood right now.
Well, he does like it.
Yeah, see? Whoa.
Okay, one more. Here we go. Todd,
a
yeah,
fucking
man.
banger,
That's
huh?
what an artist
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Gotta like
Damn.
your own music.
This is nice. Haven't even looked at my phone.
That one's a good one. I really
is-
like that one.
Is that the one you put out last spring, or is that's not Past Life?
That's not Past Life.
I love actually Past Life's my favorite one.
So you know Past
I
Life.
know Past
You know
Life.
Past
I
Life.
like jam that one.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of that one. I don't know the name of that one.
What's that one called, Todd?
Unmotivated.
Unmotivated.
yeah.
Right.
I wrote that during
Oh,
COVID.
that's
Give him
why I
one
didn't
more. Give him
listen
one
to it.
more. Give him one
That was
more.
written during COVID.
That's enough. Now you should get it from that.
Past Life.
Give him a little more.
Oh, Natalina. What the fuck?
All right.
Shit, thanks, Jay.
Your OnlyFans is going off the hook right now. We went to your OnlyFans.
Oh, fuck.
And one of the funniest things I saw. One of the funniest things I saw was no nudes right now.
But $20 is $20.
If things get bad enough,
Or good enough. You know what
or
I'm
good
saying?
enough, there might be some nudes.
Yeah, gotta show the glory hole to get some of that.
Brown Bear charging cave door.
Thanks, yeah.
Yeah, Erin was on here. She
She was on there.
we talked about her OnlyFans for like a second. She made like so much money.
I think I saw
fuck.
that she made $35K that month.
No
It didn't
fucking way.
load.
What's
wasn't
that?
loading when you were doing the interview. It like wouldn't load when she was trying to look at it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good for her.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, with my OnlyFans, it's just, I figured, Scott and I, we've done a lot of gay stuff since we've been like 18 and on the internet. A lot of homoerotic, gay baiting, as someone would say.
That's what I was. That's
but
what
we weren't.
called.
We're not gay baiting. We're just very
Just having
comfortable,
fun.
naked with each other.
Yeah.
And so we'd post a lot of shirtless weird photos on the internet. So now we just post the shirtless photos for money.
And you post your music on there too, and your shorts and everything. It's all on there. Right?
I haven't posted my shorts yet. I talked to OnlyFans and they OnlyFans TV, and they really want me to have exclusive shorts on OnlyFans TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should explain that it's not. I mean, obviously,
it's not just a nude site.
Yeah, it's.
I know. It's
more.
Not.
Yeah,
Whitney Cummings just did her roast on there.
I think what you're not explaining is it's more intimate place that you post a lot of again, exclusive, not just saying nudes, but you post a lot of stuff that you can only get there. That is for your strongest fan base.
Yeah, but then also if there's some horny people out there that want to see me shirtless with some hairy nipples, by all means.
I know. I feel like I'm pretty much on you and Scott's all the time too.
Let's pull up the OnlyFans right now. Give Todd a plug. Here it is. This is Todd
little black and
Smith
white
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that profile picture.
Oh, you like it?
It's like the one that the one that Jonah has in.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I like your picture.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Oh, I don't even know what's up there right now. Sometimes I just get drunk and post. So don't.
Location, your mom.
Oh, your
Mom, where's the meatloaf?
There's a meatloaf. What is she doing?
What's the secret to staying good looking as you get older, Todd? What do? You work out a lot? Actually, no, I fucking drink every day.
I mean, honestly, since December to January, I was on a big bender. I'm not proud of it. But
right.
I do during the week, I keep up and I work out a lot and I eat pretty healthy.
You do.
And I drink my athletic greens.
And the key is to always laugh.
You have a face.
What?
Also get Botox.
You don't get Botox.
No, I'm not yet.
Do you get Botox?
I have.
You have?
Now that I turned 30, I just got Botox for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, it's preventative.
What the
Next
I
time-
mean,
next-
your face is great.
Nice. Well, no, I'm just extremely expressive, so I'll be like, I can't do it right now.
But people say that they get upset that they don't have the expression anymore. Like when people get Botox,
There's
They get-
degrees to it, though, Like,
Right.
you don't have to freeze your entire face.
Like angles.
Right? Like, I just am, overly expressive in my forehead.
Do you guys ever give yourself a facelift in the car, like in the mirror, like in traffic?
Wait.
I only
Just to see what it would look
I
like.
just do that to babies.
Baby's butts.
Like your age.
I'm kidding.
You like babies?
I love
you
babies.
And him and babies is funny for some reason.
I want a baby so bad.
You want a baby?
I want a baby so bad.
You do?
Oh my god, yeah. I want a kid so
like
bad.
soon you'll have a baby.
If I could find someone hot enough that would let me have a baby right now, I would do it.
I'm
For
sure you could find somebody.
Well,
Everybody wants a baby.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody, but
I mean, it's tough. I mean, I think that I do love babies. I want them to be able to talk. I think if someone else take care of it till it's 3. I know that's not how it works, but and then at 3, I'd baby Noah,
no. And I know what you're saying. At 3, they become really interesting.
At 3, that's when I'm all right, you there is some personality there. Yeah, they're not completely
at 2 and 3,
talking.
when they're learning and absorbing everything like a sponge.
What's weird is when you look at it, look at my kids now, 17 and 14. But if you saw them when they were 7 and 4, you'd be like, oh, it's the exact same personality.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
it's already there. Pause in the action, guys, to let you know that today's sponsor is SeatGeek. What a wonderful company they are. They have signed on for a whole year here. They've been supporting us for years. Please, guys, go check out SeatGeek before I go into my spiel. Let me just say, they are a great app. They have a great product. If you want to get tickets to concerts, if you want to get tickets to sporting events, go through SeatGeek. I have the app. It's right on my phone. It works great. The tickets go right to your phone. You slide in, you go and see whatever show you want. Just take a look at the app right now. Here's what's going on in Los Angeles. It'll tell you the trending events. Cigarettes after sex, number 1. Kings at Clippers. That's fun. Timberwolves at Lakers. Basketball, very big here in LA. Look at this. SZA. Number 5, that is Charlie. It's my daughter Charlie's probably one of her favorite singers. But see, that's what I'm talking about. You go on the SeatGeek app, kind of peruse around, see what's playing. Beyonce is coming. Look at this. So that's what I'm talking about. SeatGeek, so wonderful, so great. Tickets go right to your phone. Great prices. You get expensive tickets. You can get cheap tickets. And right now, if you go to SeatGeek and download the app and use my code NASH, you're going to get $20 off your first order. That's an incredible deal. Go download the app and go check them out. And my thanks to SeatGeek for sponsoring this podcast. What's the coolest thing you've done from being on YouTube?
Oh, fuck.
Traveling.
I think when we were in Athens, I think meeting those kids and like doing like the paint thing with those kids from Iran, I think, or those kids from Pakistan.
Yeah.
These kids came over to Greece on a boat. Like they fled.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so we hung out with them for the day.
They were like refugees, and then we hung out with them, and then they threw paint at us.
They threw paint, they nailed us with paint.
Yeah,
like nailed us in the nuts. It was cool though.
Why were they throwing paint at you?
We're just
to make like a mural to at the youth center of paint. It was an idea for the reality.
Yeah, it was an idea. But it was cool. It was cool hanging out with them.
It was
like
cool. It hurt.
Yeah, it
They started throwing rocks.
And then it started pouring in Greece. It was a crazy experience.
Wait, this wasn't the last time you guys went, right?
No, it was like a year ago.
I felt their past when they were in those throws. I felt their pain.
Yeah.
Like they had a lot of aggression. Yeah.
So their story was insane. But then, I can't think of a moment that's popping in my head right now is
banging Corinna was cool.
I guess.
The refugees and all the fine pussy I got.
My man.
So wait, now we have another game we're gonna play, right? This is a little game called Swipe Left, Swipe Right.
Oh, Madison Beer with Corinna Kopp.
Who is that?
No?
Oh, that was Madison Beer?
That was like a little merge.
All right, well, swipe left or swipe right on Madison Beer.
For a single?
If you're single, yeah.
Swipe right.
Right is like, right.
If you want, Brett can just play.
Oh, you play, Brett.
If you'd rather not say.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you don't get you in trouble.
Thanks.
I guess I can't play either.
Because you're like friends with her. Like you actually met. Like
Madison's actually so great, and she's actually a comedy nerd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's really into like Rick and Morty. She's really cool girl. Yeah, she's a really cool kid.
Oh, Zendaya.
Isn't that Scott's obsession?
Yeah.
Is that true?
His obsession.
Well, because
Jack
likes
Tom.
So Jack likes Tom, so Scott like had absorbed this like obsession with Zendaya.
Yeah.
Which cool though. She's great.
Here's what I'm gonna say that I love about her is that she's dating Tom Holland. She supports her short king, so I'm gonna say swipe right.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Who's that?
That is Corinna.
Are you serious? Did you really not recognize it?
Okay, for a split second.
You've moved on.
I moved on, man. I didn't recognize her. I didn't even know her as a person anymore.
You know, out of respect for my boy Toddy Smith, I'm gonna have to swipe left.
Right.
Speaking of OnlyFans, the queen of OnlyFans.
Unless she wants to collab and we might make an OnlyFans.
I thought you were like, out of respect, I'm gonna swipe right and shit out of her.
This is for Todd.
Oh my god.
Wham!
I don't know why you're spitting.
Some girls do that.
Ouch, spit in my mouth.
Ouch, spit in my mouth.
We were talking about that the other day, Naveen and I, spit in the mouth. It's not something that I
love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
All the time.
Only if I'm like really fucked up.
If I'm really fucked up.
If I'm like really fucked up and I just start thinking, like I have to share this story. You ever like do something and you still 10 years later think about how cringe it was? You're like, oh my God, why did I do that?
Yeah.
I will never forget this. This is a very vulnerable moment. I just feel like sharing this because I just like, it keeps me up at night. There are like literally nights I think I'm like, why did I do that? And when I was 18, I was blacked out at this bar because you could drink in Canada at 18. I was up in Quebec. Again, I'm young. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I thought this was like the sexiest thing ever, but I was just across the bar like this. Like looking at girls. And the next day I was like, I need to leave this country. like I'm leaving this country and I'm never coming back. Like I thought that was so hot in the moment. I don't think I'd even eaten a box at that point in time. I think I was like 18 years old and like watched American Pie. I thought that was like cool.
That is so funny though when you're that young and you just don't know.
I was so fucked up and I was so young. And the next morning I was like, I have to leave this country. Like I need to go home.
Jess's face was the funniest.
No, Jess actually laughed. That's how you know it's
like,
that.
Oh my God.
It's that outrageous because she did laugh. And did anyone? What were the reactions?
Well, he ate some box that night.
I'll tell you that. I might have gotten kicked out of the bar at some point in time. And then I just ate an whole entire pizza on the side of the sidewalk.
All right, let's go. Keep going.
Ooh, Taylor Swift. See, I think she would melt my heart with her voice, but I've kind of heard she's I don't know. I just feel like she would haunt me forever if it didn't work out.
She would definitely.
She would just like the way she still goes after Jake Gyllenhaal 10 years later. Like, oh my God, she's so beautiful, but she would ruin me. I'm swiping left. She scares me.
You'd be the biggest target for her.
Oh, she. You know how many songs she'd write about me? Actually, that's kind of hot. Maybe that's swipe right. Red flag.
That's Olivia O'Brien.
Yeah, that's a coincidence, huh?
That's Olivia
O'Brien. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been with a redhead.
Is she red?
It looks red to me.
Go for it.
I mean,
come on.
Diversity is
what is the bro code these days? If let's say
there's a standard
Todd had
code.
been with a girl and then it goes to you, what happens?
It's a tough question.
Yeah, I think
everyone in LA's had sex with Todd.
No,
but, for other people, it's a lot easier.
Not Ferris.
So like my rule is probably like, Todd, you got like a rule of like your most recent 4.
Okay, okay.
Anything after that is like fair
okay.
game.
No, she's definitely down the list, so you can go for that. Oh.
It's like a more buff version of me.
Wait a minute, I think we got the wrong.
You know, if I swung that way, Ilya's a good-looking cat. You know, we could go. We'd be actually.
Brad, I had a really good time last night. You know, I would love to see you again. You know, maybe go out, lift some weights together.
Hey, what do you? What's a chest workout, huh? Maybe we can like lift.
What's your split?
We got the strawberry banana protein coming out on Friday. Yeah.
You want to get gelato?
I know. I have 2 different socks on, but that's on purpose. That's on purpose. I'm not
He does
stupid.
wear 2 different socks all the time.
Do you think he's colorblind?
But they're not.
No, I think he's
He's trying to make a statement.
just
autistic or something.
I've never seen him paint before.
Okay, next one.
Oh man,
Natalina.
That's not
Hard-
that's not even her updated photo.
hard right.
Is that Nat?
That is
Isn't
that.
Yeah.
She looks great.
She looks like
Good
she's
pick.
cold, like she's shivering a little bit. I'm cold, but I'm sexy. You know what I'm saying?
She does always say we're pretty much the same energy.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I already set my rule. I can't do the most recent
Thank
4
you.
for
Most-
Todd,
yeah.
so I have to swipe left on
Thanks,
this one.
man.
Oh wow.
You know.
That's Naveen.
Naveen. Yeah. I didn't recognize her. She wasn't sitting next to me at the roast.
You talked your ear off one night. And she told me at the roast, she said Brett was so funny.
She's the reason I was acting out so much. She kept being like, do more. I was like, well, it's Jason's girlfriend, so I can say whatever I want.
She also told me the first time you met me, she goes, I saw you it was like Halloween. She goes, I saw you talking to Brett a lot. She's like, oh yeah, he's so great. And I go, yeah. Like, I think I said something like, oh yeah, like he's like really good looking guy or whatever. She goes, he's not gay?
Fuck. You know what? Keep spreading that rumor.
There she is, my queen.
I have to stick with bro code, and considering you haven't slept with everyone in LA, I have to stick with at least the most recent one.
Yeah.
So I have to go left, but
God, I know.
Maybe in another life.
Okay, guys, this is a little game called She's a.
Oh, this is a good way to get canceled.
She's a 10, but she smells really bad and always has bad breath.
And then we say what
She's a 10,
She's
but she has
10.
bad hygiene.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Knock her down to a 5. Or for Brett, probably a 9.
She smells really bad and has bad
Bad
breath.
hygiene's tough. Huh?
Smelling bad is bad.
I mean, dude, I literally shower minimum 2 times a day, sometimes 3. Like every single day.
Oh, so you waste water.
There ain't no drought around here. I got so much meow. I'm gonna knock her down to a 4.
2, but she's a billionaire. She's a 2, but she's a billionaire.
Billionaire? Fuck. How old is
but
she?
she like stingy. She like
Yeah.
frivolous with it.
30?
Like, I know some billionaires that they're not fun with their money. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll give her like a 5 on the chance that we knock her out.
Let's just say a 7.
She's an 8, but she insists on making out in public every other minute.
Oh,
I kind of
Wait.
love that.
Wait.
New territory.
Wait.
She's a 9.
that just sounds
She just went up.
That just
Yeah,
sounds
she just went up.
exhausting. Like your mouth's gonna hurt for a while. It's probably like a 3.
She's a 6, but she dresses really well.
Here's how I feel about fashion. It looks better on the floor, so she's still a 6.
No, I appreciate fashion. I think I'll knock her up to an 8.
She's a 9, but she's known for being a cheater.
She's a 1.
Oh, she gotta go to 1.
She's a 5, but she is hilarious and makes you laugh. That's a big one.
10.
That
That is very
that's a huge one. That's really nice.
She's a 5. Like I'm gonna bring her up to
LA 5.
Bring her up to a 7.
She's an 8, but she refuses to post you on Instagram.
10.
Oh, see, here's my thing. I don't give a if you don't post me.
Yeah.
You can't double-side it and give me for not posting you.
Right.
So as long as you're equally cool with it, that's fine.
She's an 8, but she pees the bed.
Then she's Todd. She's 8, but she pees the bed.
She says an 8.
I mean, like, is it like all the time, or like just when she gets?
Just when she's drunk. Does she roll?
Is it controllable?
Does she roll us in the
Once a
pee? Like make us like think
Once
we
a
peed.
week.
She rolls in the pee. Yeah.
She rolls us in the pee. Like makes us think we
Just like sleep
peed.
at home that night.
She's a 9, but she forgets to flush the toilet every time she uses it.
Oh my god, you're gonna go down to like a 3. I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
Now that I have a girlfriend, I realize I don't flush the toilet.
Do you put? Oh yeah, Jason.
That was a big one.
If it's yellow, let
Beyonce.
it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one more game. We're going to take a look at Explain That Instagram. This is, we went into Brett's Instagram. Brett is known for some thirst trapping. There he is. Very good.
Yeah. This looks great.
Very good. You look very handsome. You're on top of Run. You have a weight vest on. If he doesn't text you, good morning, beautiful.
Let me know because I'm up real early. So, like, what I meant by that was that I will be your knight in shining armor, and to make sure you buy Red Flag merch.
And what are the responses on that? Like, in your DMs, does someone say like, "Hey, I dig
Oh my
this"?
god! I just think that, like, especially in LA, there's just a lot of guys, but there are a lot of girls out there. And I'm a hopeless romantic at heart, so I think you should text your girlfriend "Good morning, beautiful" every morning.
Yeah, I always do that.
I'm a big advocate. Like, no matter how mad you are or how good you are, like, you should say "Good night, I love you," and you should say "Good morning."
Really good advice.
Like, I really believe that. As toxic as I am, like, I really genuinely do believe that.
Why do you say you're toxic?
I mean, like, that's like my social media persona.
He's a really sweet guy.
I see. All right, one more thirst trap from Brett.
Yeah.
Here we go. This one is you got to turn your head. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I was getting pretty desperate for content at this point in time. I had to do anything.
Can we make one of these together? Just me and you, just like
Yeah,
looking at the camera.
I can do that.
Summer.
I think we have one more to look at.
Oh
I
yeah.
love this one. Okay,
What-
so this funny story about this.
Wait,
On this-
let's watch it. Call me old-fashioned, but I think calling 16 times and leaving a 5-minute voicemail at 3 a.m. is romantic as shit. Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
Last night we had the liquor talk.
So wait, you do have hair.
I do have
Why?
hair.
He always wears a hat and he has good hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
I
great
had
hair.
really long. That was the weekend I got off of the circle. It was the longest my hair had ever been, and I went to a bachelor party in Scottsdale and took that video.
Damn, it's a good video.
Do people say you look like Owen Wilson ever?
I always get I'm a hybrid child of Owen Wilson and Matthew McConaughey.
yeah.
Fucked and made a baby. That I look like a hybrid of them.
Here we go. We got some news stories for you guys. Michigan man says son 6 ordered $1,000 in food from Grubhub from several restaurants.
That's awesome.
That's my kids. White has my Postmates now.
Why does your Postmates?
Kids
He
have-
has
He
it,
has your
yeah.
Postmates?
Kids
It's
have
insane.
so easy.
Oh, yeah.
like to do things like even like Uber. Like I used to have to
Uber?
beg my older sister to drive me,
Or ride a bike?
or like find someone that had a car. Like my mom would be like, figure it out. You find a ride, or like my mom
Yeah.
like, didn't want to drive me. Like my dad's so lazy. I was just send my sister on an Uber. Be like, here's an Uber. I'm like, that didn't exist.
Why won't get his license?
Yeah, why
crazy.
not?
He just doesn't need to. He doesn't want to, and he doesn't want to have to drive his sister around. So I think it's like a really smart play.
Oh yeah, but think about how genius that is too.
Wait,
like,
but that he's got to take some
Responsibility.
and like a lot of pressure off your back because you're taking him to school. He's a junior.
also, like, let's just say
He's getting... Go ahead.
it's on it. Like for a girl, if a boy goes, I don't have my license at a certain age, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. He's not gonna get
You know what
laid.
I mean? That's like Casson. Like our buddy Casson's 28
so
years
weird.
He doesn't have a license.
An 82-year-old woman was pronounced dead in New York nursing home, but found to be breathing 3 hours later at the funeral
Oh my
home
god.
when she had been taken. Oh, shit. Some nights with you and when you guys go out, you think Todd's out, down for the count.
I start panicking, hiding everything, buying cleaning supplies.
What are you doing?
Drawing the sheets, cutting the line.
was that scene? You seen Eastbound and Down, right?
Yeah.
When
No, it's Step
I love
Brothers.
that.
I'm alive.
no, Eastbound and Down when he's on the baseball team, and they're doing coke in his apartment, and then what's his face dies, Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
And Danny McBride like puts his arms like over his chest and cleans it up and steals his truck, and then his eulogy at the funeral is like, well, you know, we used to argue all the time who's Goose and who's Maverick. Looks like he's Goose because he died and I'm Maverick.
And he shows up with the boombox at the funeral. Oh, it's so
That's
good.
the fucking best scene.
This is Bring Back Dodo. A company is working on technologies to bring back extinct species. Has attracted more investors while scientists are skeptical such feats are possible or a good idea. So this is a company that's going to bring back.
I heard about this. They're bringing back woolly mammoths, and they're going to do it in Scandinavia. They're going to have a woolly mammoth park with woolly mammoth DNA, and they're using like the eastern elephant. To,
No way.
Yeah, they're going to have a live park. It's pretty much Jurassic Park, but with like
Wait,
mammals,
what?
with mammoths and the dodo bird and like certain species that are extinct.
So essentially, Jurassic Park could happen in real life.
Yeah.
What about,
it goes wrong?
The saber-tooth tiger? No.
I didn't see that on the list, but I'm sure it's not outruled.
Did you see Mr. Beast getting for this? He gave 1,000 people sight, and then people were, Mr. Beast paid for 1,000 people to have eyesight to have the operation.
Yeah.
But he's like getting for it.
What kind of is he getting?
He's like he's exploiting the people, which is so insane.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's marketing it. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, he made a video. He made a video out of
yeah.
it, but they'd be blind without him.
Yeah, no shit. Like,
You know what I
like,
mean?
you make the fucking. It's not like he's. Yeah, he didn't make them do that.
Someone said last night we're doing this. We're planning our wedding, and the guy's helping us, and he's a great guy, and he was coming up with ideas. He's like, well, you know, I know someone that knows Ed Sheeran and I know Adele. Maybe they can come sing. I was like, okay, well, maybe. And then he's like, oh, I know, Mr. Beast can marry you.
Are you friends with him?
I've met him. I've hung out with him. He's a great guy.
That's really funny.
David and I drove there. David and I flew there once to shoot something with him, with David's little brother. Oh, to surprise, that's what it was. We were surprising David's little brother with Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast is, he was doing a huge production, and he was very, very funny on camera. And I
Really?
said that to David, like, after. I was like, wow, he's like really good at improv. And David was like, yeah, he's the world's biggest YouTuber. Like, of course, he's good. And I was like, yeah, I know, but he was so good. He was
but some people
so
aren't.
funny.
Like-
And some people aren't.
Yeah, they really aren't like improv.
Well,
like
Also, too, you don't expect him to be like extremely good at improv because of the videos he does.
Right.
You know?
Pennsylvania 9-year-old earns a high school diploma. He is now closer to his dreams of becoming an astrophysicist. He completed the required classes virtually from his home. Wow, a 9-year-old got a high school
what a
diploma.
nerd. Who wants to be an astrophysicist?
All online.
Although that guy could probably make the craziest bag.
Jesus Christ.
It's the craziest what?
Like,
You're saying
honestly,
he could
does
cook up
anyone
crack
actually-
cocaine? Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
9-year-old cooks up crack cocaine.
What
Becomes
is an
drug lord.
astrophysicist?
They study the stars and the planets and space and time.
Galaxies.
Interesting.
And speed of light.
Time control.
There's like a
Hot tub time machine.
we're actually talking about this. Isn't there still like a race to the moon? Like to claim the moon. Like there was I read some article that like China might be like claiming it if we don't get there first.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
something. Like there's
We've already been there.
hypothetically. I mean that's what they say. Some people say the lunar landing was fake.
Oh, please, can we not go there? 29-year-old posed as teen to enroll in high school. A 29-year-old woman used false documents to enroll as a New Jersey high school student and attended some classes over a 4-day period because her scheme was discovered last week. You guys ever have hots for your teacher?
Oh, yeah.
Have the hots for a teacher.
I was a sophomore and junior. I had the same teacher back to back. Mrs. Harrell.
Really?
She was pregnant the second year. I had more hots for her. That was sick.
Oh, because their cans got really big.
Yeah.
Filled with milk.
It was crazy.
And that was during milk propaganda.
Yeah.
That was back when they had like all this hot milk.
I was in love with her.
Are you guys going to go to
forward too
Coachella?
much.
Oh yeah.
Natalie's friend is getting married, so at the
Oh, first weekend.
first weekend, yeah.
Oh yeah. And nobody goes second weekend. I have a wedding the second weekend.
Fuck.
Are you done with Coachella? Was last year enough for you? You don't over it?
No, I love it.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think if I did it this year, I don't think I'd do like Coachella, just do the after parties.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not really digging the lineup this year, but I also still want to go.
Naveen already told me she is sensitive to dust and that she can only do one day. Which is great. You're with an old guy. It's perfect. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah. I mean, also
Get her a
saves
face
you a ton
mask.
of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, final words from these guys. Guys, I like to always end the show, not always, but today, I like to leave everybody with some good thoughts and something that you could tell, some piece of advice. We have a lot of younger people that watch the show.
I will give you a Brett Robinson original. If I could go back and give 16 or 18-year-old Brett advice, I would tell him that chicks like guys with money more than guys with six packs. Focus on your career. The gym.
Okay.
Sorry. Focus on your career.
Yeah, it's good advice, but it's good. Yeah, okay. Todd, you got anything? What's your mantra? What do you live by?
It's not a mantra. It's just like something like that I haven't been doing recently. And I think it's really important to like. It sounds so cliche and lame, but like really try to like be present and like appreciate like everything around you that you have, and like not like jumping back in the past or jumping forward or thinking about like the next like thing. I think it's always important to think about like your next move and what you want to do in life, but like I think it's really important to like really appreciate what you have like in that moment and like accept like things that are going on and just try to be a better person to your loved ones, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't been able to do that until I met Naveen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really can do that now. So it's been really cool.
I think it was like a monk saying, they're like, anxiety is when you're worrying too much about the future. Depression is when you're worried too much about the past, and to focus on the current.
Wow.
Which monk?
Oh, let's go get fucked up. Boys! All right, guys, thanks for coming. Anything you want to promote? Anything you want to say? Go check out Todd's OnlyFans. Go check out Brett on The Circle. Go check out Brett on Instagram, on Netflix. Go check out Todd's new song, which is coming
coming sometime
March
in
and April.
March.
New songs, new music.
We can parent. You know, it's about divorced parents and a lot of other things.
New merch line called Red Flag. Go check that out. They always come back.
Okay, we'll link it below.
Yep.
Gothic Mochas, Sad Coffee. Don't forget.
What is that?
Emo Coffee, Gothic Mochas.
Oh, you're coming out with your own coffee.
No. Gothic Mochas is my clothing brand.
All right, go check out Gothic Mochas. Guys, thanks so much
God
for
bless.
watching. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Fucker out. Bye.